It's 4 days now since the first two coaches of the night mail train from Glasgow were stopped on this bridge, and £2.5 million were unloaded, brought down that embankment and loaded onto a lorry standing where that van is standing now. Now, no one knows where that lorry went after that. At first it was thought it might have gone through this tunnel and off to the M1 about 10 miles away. There it could have had a quick getaway to London or to Birmingham. There were other theories that it may have been loaded onto a plane. There were reports that a plane had landed here soon after the raid took place, but these have not been confirmed. There have even been theories that they made their getaway on the canal that runs a mile or so away. But today all these reports were scotched by an announcement by the police that they believe the money was not merely still in this country, but still within 30 miles of the scene of the crime. The insurance assessors in the city who have offered a reward of £250,000 for information leading to the arrest of the bandits. Now, all this information has got to be sifted, of course, and today we've had no further information as to where the lead might be taking the police to. Naturally, if they have any information, they're keeping it to themselves.
If there was evidence of a dog had left his paw mark up at Leverslade Farm, that dog would have been in the box with us and convicted. That's the way it was going, you know, no chance whatsoever.
I think I was second favourite, sort of, to get out of it. They didn't really have any evidence on me, apart from the palm print on the back of the lorry. And I think in normal circumstances I would have been discharged from here.
In Aylesbury Prison, where they were kept during the trial, a mass breakout was planned and foiled. On April the 15th, 1964, they were sentenced by Mr. Justice Edmund Davies.
There was no impact at all. You know, I mean, I came back up into the surroundings and I was more interested, really, when I saw the local dignitaries with their wives and all their finery, you know, sitting there and all junketing for positions, you know, to see this was what they've all come to watch. This was the climax of the play, the drama, the end of the drama. And the medieval settings in which we were sentenced, you know, it was a bit chilling.
I was just numbed. I couldn't think of, you know, anything but 30 years, you know. When are we going to get out? We're never going to get out.
I just heard 25 and 30, but it wasn't a time or anything. It was just two figures.
At that particular time, I don't think it really hits you till a couple of days later, you know. And then you realise what you've got. I mean, there's a bit of a joke downstairs with clowning around and all that kind of thing, but deep down it was, well, I suppose you're sick.
All the shame, at that moment, all the shame that was with me throughout the trial was lifted because I felt that Mr. Edmund Davies then used his position as a High Court judge. He used the backing of the state for vengeance. And he put himself on par with me and everything that he said I was. And I was determined from that moment to beat that sentence.
Meanwhile, Buster Edwards and Jimmy White were still on the run.